Here's another demonstration about air pressure using a stool and a plunger. And yes, there is a joke here about plunging stool. For this demonstration, we're going to use this little baby plunger, which is meant for intimate clogs. No, I'm just kidding. If you've never seen one of these, this is a sink plunger, because you definitely don't want to ever use your toilet plunger in the sink if your sink clogs. So we have a sink plunger and a stool. And what happens is, same thing as before, we have a suction. If we push that down, there is a suction created by the lack of air on the inside of that stool. And we can actually lift that stool off the ground using that plunger because it is stuck to the stool. But remember, there's no such thing as a suction force. Science never sucks. So how does this lift up the stool? Well, again, we're going to have to appeal to air pressure and find out where the push forces are. So here's our diagram for the plunger and the stool. Now, as soon as we get rid of the air inside, again, we're going to recall that 14.7 pounds of pressure is in every square inch around that plunger and around that stool. And if there's no air on the inside, we have air pushing down on the plunger. There's no air inside pushing back, but there's air under the stool pushing up. So it's really interesting to think about, but the air in the room is what's holding those together. It's a sandwich. So when I lift this up, we have just the air in the room is strong enough to keep those together and lift that stool off the ground. And we realize that air pressure is pretty intense and a strong force.